Hello, everybody. I will start with a question. If there is a global human rights order today, this question has been asked by the colloquium, and I think it's legitimate and reasonable. The answer is tricky, but for me as a human rights lawyer and defender, I think we have institutions. We have the UN Security Council, we have the UN, the AU, regional institutions. We have also the laws and the charters and treaties and agreements. But there's something missing. Today, we have examples. We have Syria, where people are killed on a daily basis. We have also situation in the Congo, DRA. We have Somalia. We have other places in the world. But I'm going to talk about Darfur, which is unfortunately being a forgotten story. Darfur has been defined as genocide long time ago. It's been also defined as an area that war crimes and crimes against humanity have occurred and is still occurring. But unfortunately, the international community and us, all of us, we failed first to prevent the occurrence of that huge human suffering. We also failed to stop the killings and the genocide that is still there on progress. We then also failed really to bring to justice criminals who are implicated in the commission of these horrible crimes. All the criminals who are implicated in the atrocities are still beyond the reach of justice. This is unacceptable. When the situation erupted in Darfur 10 years ago, as a result, 4 million people have been forcibly displaced. 2.7 million of the population of Darfur are living in camps, and they are not able to go back to their homes because of the insecurity. During the conflict up to this moment, more than 15,000 villages have been destroyed completely by aerial bombardment, by helicopter gunships, and anti-aircraft aircraft, with ground attacks that are carried by the government soldiers and their allies, the Janjaweed. Crimes occurred, including extrajudicial killings, sexual violence and rapes that targeted women and girls as young as 7 years. Most of the human rights defenders have been always targeted, intimidated, detained, and arrested, and persecuted. But actually, there were no charges against them. Myself, when we try to voice out against the violations of basic human rights, we have been always targeted. I've been detained 3 times in incommunicado detention. I was kept in the ghost houses where you can imagine torture centers, and you are not allowed to meet your lawyers, your friends, your family members. Human rights defenders are working in a difficult environment where basic freedoms are restricted. It is not allowed to voice out to say that there are violations. But by the support and the help of other people around the world, I think Darfur human rights defenders were able to cooperate with organizations like Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, American Bar Association, FIDH, and so many international organizations that help to raise awareness about horrible crimes that are still taking place in Darfur. What is missing is justice and accountability. I think UN Security Council has adopted more than a dozen of resolutions, all of them under Chapter 7 of the UN Charter. But unfortunately, victims don't see acts. Victims don't see protection. Victims don't see justice. This is why it is controversial whether, if we have this human rights, global human rights order, because the victims are confused. They are, after 10 years, they are disappointed, and they are also feeling that they have been let down by the international community. I think there is moral and legal responsibility. It's not only member states of the UN, it's also us responsibility to address the human suffering in Darfur in a better way. We have always been disappointed by positions of some of the members of the Security Council whenever there have been question of Darfur. We find China is blocking always the resolutions. Russia is doing the same. I think more than that also, Russia and Belarus are buying anti-nuclear aircraft and helicopter gunships to the killers in Khartoum. China is also sending aircraft and weaponry for the government in Khartoum. This is disappointing that China never cared about the victims, never cared about the fact that the government in Khartoum was applying the policy of scorched earth in Darfur when it forced more than 3 million people to be in the camps today, in camps inside Sudan and outside Sudan in Chad mainly. And I tell you that ethnic cleansing has been established completely in Darfur. And you can imagine when, after 10 years, more than 4 million people are denied to go back to their homes. The UN Security Council adopted a resolution to deploy the largest I think, force ever in history in Darfur. But still, the UNAMID forces are very far behind to establish or to protect the lives of the innocent civilians in Darfur. You can also see that even the UNAMID forces and members of this force are always targeted, and they have also lost lives while they are in Darfur. I think what's needed is to bring back Darfur to the spotlight. It is genocide. And I think there was promise. The world said never again after Rwanda. But after 10 years from Rwanda, genocide occurred in Darfur. And it's now 10 years we are living with genocide. I leave it to you if you have any ideas how to mobilize the governments, the public opinion, to better address the question of genocide in Darfur, because it's an insult for us all. Thank you very much. I leave it there, and thank you.